Well, we're back now in the CI kitchen with guest chef Colleen Hatton, where it's breakfast for dinner tonight. We've already decided that we're both fans. Are you a fan of breakfast for dinner, Ryan?
So I heard there was breakfast pizza, and I just want to say, what's wrong with having pizza for breakfast if it looks like this?
Right?
So, breakfast for dinner, pizza for breakfast.
Either way.
All good.
I'm all
Absolutely.
about this.
Let's remind Ryan kind of what we got started here today.
So we made a super easy cheese sauce with just some heavy cream, some Parmesan Reggiano, a little garlic powder, salt and pepper. Super easy to put together. You just like whisk it up until it's a little thicker. Use that as your base. We used some bacon, cheese, a little tomato, because I love tomatoes.
I love tomatoes.
And then some whole eggs. But the great thing about the recipe is you could use scrambled eggs, you could use the veggies that your kid will eat. You know, you could easily customize this to whatever works for your family. I just love the look of a whole egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way around that it doesn't look.
Is, in my opinion, how an egg should be eaten. Just a little bit runny.
Now, we're seeing on the ingredients arugula. I don't see any green on our pizza here, but that is an option.
Right. I have arugula. I did bring some, and I was going to put it on, and then I realized that it would cover up my pretty eggs. I'm not going to lie. I think that, like, everybody should see that it looks really nice.
It does.
And especially, like, I mean, I know that, like, we were talking about how we wish, like, kids would eat more greens, but sometimes if you're trying to make it kid-friendly, they won't.
Yeah.
Well, and because it's customizable, I mean, I've got 3 boys, and they're always changing their minds on what they will eat and what they won't eat, but you can make it with them. They can take ownership of their pizza.
Well, and what I was saying when we were on break was that we make a version of this when we cater a lot, but you use an English muffin. So we make the same cheese sauce, and then you just make the toppings, and we can adjust that with the eggs on it. You just throw them in the oven, a little personal pizza. You throw it in the oven. The egg cooks the same, because a lot of the teams that we cater for love runny eggs. So it's a really fun way, even if you didn't want to mess with their actual pizza crust. English muffins are beautiful.
I know Ryan is dying to try.
I can't wait.
Please. Breakfast pizza here.
It's been sitting long enough. No, go for it. I think you're good. I didn't want it to burn your mouth off. I think that it's cool enough that you're not going to like...
Well, let's kind of remind everyone, because that was all happening during the break here. What was the temperature? How long did we bake this up for?
I bumped it up to 375 because I am spoiled. Sometimes I forget that not everybody has convection oven, and Ryan reminded me. So I bumped it to 375 to cook it a little bit longer. But it took, with the big pizza, I'd say like 18 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Depending upon how you want your egg. I mean, I'm with Ryan. I think it needs to be runny. And here, I have a towel.
I know. It's like,
I have a towel for you. You're good to go. But especially if you're doing like individual pizzas, you know, just as soon as your egg's done, I mean, that's the great thing. You're just, whenever you get the egg done and the cheese melted, because everything's pre-cooked.
And it looks so good.
And it's so fun.
Are you a fan?
I'm impressed that he got that all done in that amount of time. That was awesome.
He is very talented.
I will give him...
A man of many talents. Talking with his mouth full, though, has not been
But I mean, the thumbs up. We can live with the thumbs up. And especially like with the summer, I mean, there's lots of things that you can do with this as we're running into summer produce. Like, I mean, think about like, I love squash and zucchini. So many options.
Make a nice little vegetarian style pizza.
I mean, I'm not going to get the baseball team or the football team to eat that, but I mean, at home you might.
Can I just talk about your cheese sauce for a second?
Yeah.
That was next level.
But it was so
really
easy.
Good. Oh, it was so delicious.
Thank you.
And it just went perfectly with the eggs. Well done.
Thank you.
This is now going to be like a family favorite.
And it's so easy. So easy to put together.
Well, and we love when you come.
I love it when I get to come.
She's always sharing such amazing dishes with us here at CI Living, which you can find all of her dishes at CILiving.tv. We're going to dive into the rest of this pizza, but yeah, CILiving.tv.